Hello again. Today we are using the Freeroam feature in Train Sim World for a stock move from Long Rock Depot in Penzance with coaching stock to Platform 1 at Penzance, which will form a cross-country service to Glasgow. We will use a Class 08 diesel shunter in BR Blue, a celebrity named shunter no less, and move a Mark II coaching rake from a siding at Long Rock through the carriage wash and into the station, where we'll be notified which locomotive we'll have to collect and reposition to couple up to our waiting coaches. Let's begin on this sunny but slightly drizzly day at Long Rock. First, we check the points are set for the depot move so we can couple up to our awaiting coaches. And with a cautionary blast from the whistle, we're off. On our way to collect the stock, we must pass through the two carriage washes at Long Rock. At the moment these are switched off. We will need to switch them on before bringing the coaches back through to be washed. As we approach our rake of Mark II coaches, the driver will stop short. Check the couplers are in the correct configuration before coupling up. and with the attachment made the Class 08, with the rake of Mark II coaches in tow, will make its way towards Platform 1 at Penzance. We will check the signalling to ensure a clear route through the depot, and request a path for the signaller to manage to see us to the platform via the long rock carriage wash. As we approach the first of 2 carriage washing machines at Long Rock, our shunter must get down off the locomotive to activate the machines manually. This feature has never before been seen in game and adds to the immersion. Our driver will switch the second carriage washing machine on in due course. As mentioned previously, our shunter will once again get down from the locomotive and manually activate the second carriage washing machine. We now begin to pass the Long Rock Civil Engineers sidings. In-game, these are usually populated with a timetable of Class 37 locomotives on infrastructure duties. Here one of the class in large logo grey rail freight livery awaits its next duty with a short rake of flat wagons in tow. These are usually for transporting sleepers, rails and ballast. Class 08 diesel shunter now approaches Penzance signal box, still at the same location and in use to this day. The box controls all movements in and around the station. We will continue into Platform 1 at Penzance with our rake of Mark II coaches, which will form a cross-country service to Glasgow later today. Waiting in the loco sidings at Penzance are another Class 8 ready for shunting duties around the station, and a Class 47 diesel locomotive in the civil engineer's livery of yellow and grey common around the time the route in game is set. Today this will be the motive power for the cross-country service to Glasgow, as was common at the time. A loco from any sector of British Rail could turn up on any service at any time. As part of a shunter's duties in the Penzance area, they are expected to pilot locomotives around the station. Forming and deforming the days consists. Some locomotives need moving off to Long Rock for servicing or refueling. Some locomotives will just wait their next duty in the loco sidings around the station. As we arrive into Platform 1 here at Penzance, the shunter will secure the Class 08, applying the handbrake, before uncoupling from the Mark II coaches and heading off to collect the allocated locomotive, in this case the Class 47 seen earlier, that will make up the outgoing service. Here we take a quick look at the West Cornwall local route map, as depicted in game, running from Penzance to St Austell. A regional railways Class 150 DMU awaits its next service departing Penzance. At the time the route is set in game, the timetable is light. There is an hourly DMU service, sometimes worked by the 150 or 101 class DMUs mixed with occasional civil engineers or infrastructure services, along with Class 47 hauled intercity services, and we believe parcels and newspaper services. In the loco sidings, we see again another Class 08 awaiting service, and our Class 47 is ready to go in civil engineers grey and yellow livery bearing the name Tynwald. Our task is to move this Carlisle-based locomotive around the station and couple up to the rake of coaches we moved earlier. Unfortunately for your driver today, Mr. T, we will encounter issues with the AWS changeover lever. Whether this is a Train Sim World bug or a Mr. T bug where a loco has two cabs, the AWS changeover never seems to run smoothly. One lever isolates or UN isolates the AWS and the other changes ends. Let's suspend the majority of our belief for a moment, and convince ourselves the locomotive is giving us issues with the AWS. Eventually we have to isolate the AWS to make it into the platform. We will of course call the fitters to attend to the problem when we're coupled up. In reality, we wouldn't send the loco up to Scotland with isolated AWS, so fitters would attend in platform, or the loco would be failed and taken to Long Rock for inspection. (47.352) pauses just outside Penzance station to change ends. Unfortunately, as mentioned earlier, our shunter will face some temporary issues with the AWS changeover switch on the locomotive. Nothing we can't handle, mind you, by isolating the AWS entirely to get us into the platform. Fitters will be called to attend for inspection, and hopefully a fix before the train is ready to depart for Glasgow. As was common the time the route was set, in-game trains would appear for service with a variety of minor faults. Such was the lack of investment and age of the locomotives available by this point. Full respect to British rail staff for keeping the service going, even if bodge jobs and duct tape were in fashion at the time. Bear with us today as we get back on the move to couple up to our carriages and form our train. Still fault finding, bear with us. Fingers crossed. We are now about to make a move into Platform 1 here at Penzance. Our rake of Mark II stock awaits us, and will form a cross-country service to Glasgow shortly. Penzance to Aberdeen is the usual journey for this train. To this day, Penzance to Aberdeen is the longest train journey in the UK. Today, however, due to a storm in the east of Scotland, our train has been diverted. Our driver stops short to ensure all is safe to proceed, and then couples up to the coaches before securing the Class 47. Here at Penzance Platform 1, the fitters are en route to attend to the locomotive's faulty AWS equipment, but we don't think that will take long to fix. The Class 47 is generally reliable. Thanks for watching this video showcasing another interesting rail task using the Freeroam feature in TSW Train Sim World. Take care and goodbye.